Hello, welcome in. We'll give it just another minute and we will go ahead and get started. This is the first of 7 live readings that I will be doing over the next 7 days. Each reading will be going live somewhere around 9:30 Central Time, US Central Time. Okay. So if you want to check, if you are not in a Central Time zone or in the United States, you can check, use a state. Illinois, for example, you could use Illinois time. Okay. We are, 9:30 every day Central Time. That will be 9:30 in the evening Central Time. Okay. I am in Da Nang, Vietnam, and we are 12 hours behind Central Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're just shuffling the cards here. We're going to go ahead and get started. The coin, all right, fell out here, so there could be something about some money or Bitcoin or something, okay, that comes out here in the reading, this live reading. Yeah, definitely something about credit cards, money, something someone took from you, stole from you. You have coming to you, okay? You're about to receive information on, or you will be receiving information on. As always, take what resonates, okay? That means, okay? And in fact, I posted there this morning, okay? In regards to this live, 7-day live reading stretch that we're going to be doing. Again, 1 live reading per day for the next 7 days, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for all of your subscribes. Okay, the channel is growing, and thank you so much. The other channel, if you are interested, the original channel that I created here some years ago is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. Okay. My name is Nehru, by the way, and I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, a light worker, Gaia beacon, and a descendant of Yeshua. I am one of the fathers of the Orisha. Okay, here for the 10th and final time on this journey. Okay, I don't say I'm extraterrestrial just to say I'm extraterrestrial. Go check the community tab. There is a picture there that proves that I am. Okay. Something about conflict and immature energy with the Page of Wands. Something about a conflict and an immature energy with the Page of Wands. Divine, thank you once again for this day. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, some group, some family, some coven fighting over you, fighting over the truth, fighting over what they did, fighting over, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much also for your comments on the videos. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, okay, or excuse me, Page of Swords. We have the 8 of Swords, or excuse me, I keep saying 8 of Wands, okay. So communication, okay, communication of some sort happening, investigators. Okay, we have a 6 of Pentacles for some type of investment. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. This could be an investment, whoever this is who's fighting, this immature energy, okay? It could be whoever that is that's fighting, okay? Over your money, okay? The investments that they made, the people that they chose to go into relationship with, connection with, okay, to go against you. All right, we're going to get some tarot messages, and then we're going to use the stack, okay, to, as usual, we'll put these cards within the stack, and then we'll see what messages Divine has for you, what messages your ancestors have for you, what do they want to say to you. Okay, No messages came out the first shuffle around. Divine, what messages? Ancestors, what messages do the listeners, the collective, the investigators, what messages do they need to hear? What do they need to confirm? Okay. Okay, so we have 3 messages, and then we're going to pull some angel numbers. Oh, the NBA has been coming out here. NBA, again, that could be someone's initials like Natasha Ann Benningfield. However, the NBA, okay, there have been several arrests of NBA players, okay? So that could have been part of whatever the readings were, especially last week, I think, that was coming out in regards to NBA, okay? I'd have to go back and listen to the readings myself in order to see that, but okay. So NBA, arrest, sports betting, gambling. Someone could be a gambler, an opportunist, okay? An opportunist that took a risk, okay? They decided to bet against you, okay? Didn't think that you were going to heal, didn't think that you were going to ascend, didn't think that you were going to wake up, didn't think that you were, hello, hi, Eric, how are you? Hope you're doing well wherever you are. Okay, we have 7777. Okay, you could be seeing sevens as a synchronicity or confirmation. Where you are currently, that is for perseverance. Okay. All right. And as I mentioned, okay, we have the stack, and so we'll place the cards within this stack and we'll see the messages that come out here. All right. Thank you for sharing any of the content that you share. I am in more masculine energy today than feminine energy. Okay. So that's a less nurturing kind of energy and more of a warrior type of energy. Both of them are necessary, okay? Again, sometimes people need a hug and sometimes they need their ass beat, right? It's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Again, thank you so much, investigators and collective, for tuning in. So we have East London. There was something significant that happened in London recently. Yeah, there's something recently that happened in London. I can't recall what it is, but okay. All right. So London, East, this could be someone's name. London could be someone's name. East could be part of someone's name. Someone could live on East London. Someone could live in East London. Okay. We have the names Art or the initials RJ, KJ, SJ, AJ, LJ, and OJ. Investigators. Okay. That was not separated by any card. The East London. On the other side, we have divine masculine reading. I said I was in masculine energy, and here we go with the confirmation. This is a divine masculine energy reading. Okay, that doesn't mean there's nothing for you here, divine feminine. Okay, if you resonate with divine feminine energy as your higher vibration, that doesn't mean there's nothing here for you. It just means that that's the current energy. Someone could be dealing with stomach issues. 999, release. Okay, this card says, your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? Okay, emergence, emerging, coming up out of the fog. Okay, confirmation. All right, so we have sarcasm here. Okay, so someone could be sarcastic. Someone could think that whatever they did to you is funny. Okay, someone could think whatever they did to you is funny. Okay, and this is on one side of the World Tarot message card. Okay, the World. Okay, in Tarot, the World card represents a closing of a cycle. Okay, and then something closes, something else opens, right? Okay, when something dies, it provides room for new birth, right? 1331, okay, death and rebirth. Okay, so someone is a racist. Okay, any of those initials, investigators, collective, could be a racist. Confirmation, dog bark. Okay, a dog represents loyalty. So if dogs are attracted to you, you are a very loyal spirit, and they sense that. Okay, animals know, right? You ever invite someone over to your house and your animal doesn't like them, your fur baby don't like them? It's because they know. Okay. President Trump is currently in Malaysia. Speaking of me being in Southeast Asia, he is currently in Southeast Asia. Okay, President Trump. There's something about new collaborations. Okay, new collaborations. This is on one side of the Page of Wands, that immature energy. Okay, new collaborations. Any relationship, when it first starts out, it is new, and there is some learning to be done, right? Okay. Well, no matter what it is, it could be a business relationship, it could be a romantic relationship, it could just be a platonic friendship. Okay. On the other side of collaborations and the Page of Wands, we have Bentley. Again, the car or name, investigators, collective, Bentley. Someone could be bent, hell bent on destroying you, hell bent on destroying you. Okay. Next, we have Eric, Irwin, Aaron, Irwin. Okay. What is the crocodile? What is the guy who was the, I want to say crocodile hunter? What's his name? Isn't his name Irwin something? The guy who he passed by because he got stung by a stingray or something like that. Isn't his name Irwin or something? Okay. So there could be something about someone who loves nature, or someone who breeds animals, or someone who, yeah, okay. Jamie Foxx's legal name, first name is Eric. Okay, Jamie Foxx, legal first name is Eric. Okay. Eric Bonet. Eric Bonet is a singer. We'll look up Eric Bonet's information while I turn the tablet on there. Okay. So Eric, Irwin. Okay, this is on one side of the King of Swords card. I'm starting to feel more confident in my own power and in my own decisions, and I can see clearly what actions I need to take. Okay. On the other side, we have Jack, Drew, Daryl. Okay. Investigators, take a look. Could be Jackson, Jackie, Jacqueline, Jax, Andrew, Drew Barrymore, Daryl. Okay. Daryl Strawberry. Okay. Jack Jackson. Could be Andrew Jackson. Could be Daryl Jackson. Okay. Jackson could be a middle name. Jack could be a middle name. Okay. However it resonates. Again, that means what easily fits. Okay. So take a look at this collective. Okay. So jealousy is the downfall of those who came against you. Jealousy is their downfall. Okay. So someone's jealous of you. Someone could be from the Philippines. Take a look. From the Philippines. Okay. And jealousy. Jealousy is their downfall. Here we go. Okay. So again, someone who tried to take something from you, or someone who invested into someone else. They could have been dating you and dating someone else. They could have been married and dating someone else. Meaning you. Okay. They could have been married to you and dating outside of your marriage, obviously. Okay. In a marriage, you should always be dating. Okay. As far as the romanticize or the romantic energy, you should always be in dating mode. You should always be in that yeah, you should be. Okay. We have STDs. Okay. So someone could have been jealous of you, collective, and in their efforts to make you jealous, they went out and they slept with other individuals, and now they're dealing with STDs, sexually transmitted demons, sexually transmitted diseases, sexually distributed or sexually transmitted distractions, meaning they're sending you sacral magic. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender times 3,559 million with vengeance and the sword, right? Okay. Someone fled overseas. So we have Philippines out here and East London out here. Investigators, look. Okay. So someone fled overseas. Okay. Now, okay, that's why this channel was created, to help investigators solve their cases. That's why this channel was created, to help investigators solve their cases. Okay, the cases concerning you, collective. This is why the channel was created, to help investigators, FBI, CIA, DEA, solve the cases concerning you and those who have come against you, regardless of what they stole from you. Okay, or no matter what they stole from you. All right. So investigation is on one side of the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups message is, despite it all, I cherish all of the time spent together. I'm thinking of new ways to bring peace and harmony between us. Okay. So someone is wanting to bring justice to a situation. Okay. BMW initials. Okay. Or the vehicle is significant. Okay, someone could have been doing something to your vehicle of yours, okay, or tried to, or had someone do something to a vehicle of yours, okay. All right. Okay, again, we have chosen ones are scapegoats for the elite. Okay, investigators, there's something about a serial number, okay. It could be a serial number on an appliance, a serial number on a weapon, a serial number on a vehicle. That's a VIN number, a VIN, vehicle identification number, VIN number. Okay. There could be something about a social security number. Okay. That is a serial number. It's unique to each and every individual birthed. Okay. A social security number. All right. SSI. Okay, someone could have tried to steal benefits that were meant to come to you, collective. Someone could have stole benefits that were meant to come to you. Look at the name investigators, Dolores. Okay, Lois, Dolores, Queen of Wands. Okay, on the other side of Dolores and the Queen of Wands, we have Raven Simone. Raven Simone is a lesbian, singer, actress. Okay, Raven Simone. Let's look up Raven's information for synchronicity. Raven Simone. Someone's lying about working late. Okay. Raven Simone, Sagittarius, born 12/10/85, 12/10/85, 85/58. Okay. Sagittarius. She's 39. Raven Simone Christina Perryman Madej. That's a lot of names. Someone's trying to find themselves. Okay, that's a lot of names. Okay, Raven Simone Christina Perryman Madej. Okay, Raven Simone. All right. So something about a Sagittarius, whether you are or you're dealing with one. Okay. And again, when I say you are, I'm talking specifically about your sun sign. Okay. Your sun sign. If you do not know your birth chart or you are not familiar with your birth chart, I encourage you. This is the 5th reading in a row that this has come out. Also, it started coming out consistently 2 weeks ago, probably a week and a half ago. Okay. So still within that 90 days. So someone is passing within the 90 days. It could be any of the names that are shown here. Social activities, okay? You could be getting ready to go out and be social, okay? Or go to a social event. This could be a bachelor party, bachelorette party. This could be a wedding. This could be a sporting event. This could be charitable event, okay? Fundraising, or what have you. Okay, there could be something about nonprofits, okay? Also something about non-profits. Someone who says they are a prophet or a prophetess, but they are not, okay? Someone who says that, but they are not. On the other side, okay, by the way, this is for incarceration. That's what that is, okay? Someone who is stuck, okay, getting arrested, about to be arrested, okay? Arrested spiritually, meaning their ancestors have walked away from them. Okay? So now they're feeling destitute. The soldier that, okay, yep, that keeps coming out. Okay? So there's a Lavina Lynn Johnson who was murdered in 2020 or 2005, excuse me, 20 years ago. Okay? And the military is lying to her and her family about that. And I say her because her spirit is still here, right? Still alive, okay? So investigators, JAG, Judge Advocate General, that is the military's justice system, okay? And I said NBA, and NBA is on the back of this card. So there you go, okay? A lot of, yeah, including Chauncey Billups, okay, who is a Hall of Famer actually, okay, is wrapped up in all of that gambling and all that sort of thing that's going on with the NBA. The investigator watching you has fallen in love. Someone could be born in the 60s that you're dealing with, collective or investigators. You could be born in the 60s, investigators, okay? Or you're in your 60s, or someone is in their 60s. They could be immature, okay? The investigator that's watching you is falling in love, okay? Next, we have the King of Wands, okay? On in-laws and outlaws. In-laws sometimes become outlaws, right, collective? Sometimes in-laws become outlaws, okay? There could be a situation like Kobe Bryant's where your parent wanted you to marry someone else, but you chose to marry someone else, okay? They want you to marry John, but you married James. They wanted you to marry Suzanne, but you married Mary, okay? Again, we got racists out here. Kobe's parents are racist, okay? Joe is no longer here, thankfully, because again, the less racist spirit beings we have on this planet, the better. Can we agree on that? The less racist energy we have on the planet, the better, okay? Skin color shouldn't matter for a damn thing. Not nothing. Not a job, not a marriage, not status. The color of this should not matter worth shit. It should not even be a discussion, okay? Again, pay attention to the way that the news is portrayed. A black man did so and so and so, okay? That is a problem. Why do they need to distinguish the skin color when in actuality they're not even black, okay? You see the back of this card and you see my hand? Your kindergarten teacher, your parents taught you the different colors, right? Red, white, blue, orange, pink, purple, okay? So what color is my hand? And what color is this card? Are they the same color? Again, your kindergarten teacher taught you that. Okay? So one of the interesting things is, and I've asked AI, like, where did calling, and I know where it came from history, but calling someone black, okay, is a part of systemic racism. Okay? So the same way that slavery got started. So how did slavery get started? Slavery got started. How did because of racism? Or why did they change the image of Yeshua? Why do they look blue-haired, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Caucasian European? Why do they look like that? Because in the 17th century, okay, they changed that between 1601 and 1700. That image was changed, and they started flooding the world with the false image of what that being looked like. And in fact, they came from a region where the people had olive skin, dark hair, brown or black, and dark brown eyes. Okay? So again, all of that is part of the systemic racism that is sown into the world, specifically in America. Okay? Looking at the name Frederick, Frederico. Okay? Francine. Okay? Page of Swords. Okay? So someone could be immature and not know how to handle whatever. Again, I mentioned prophet. So someone could not know how to handle whatever spiritual gifts they have, or they use them wrongly. Confirmation. Sex crimes. Foster, Faye, Folly, Frank, Tina Fey. Let's look up Tina Fey's information for synchronicity. Tina Fey. Okay. Tina Fey. Elizabeth Stementina Fey. Okay. Comedian, actress, Tina Fey. Okay. Born in Upper Darby Township, Pennsylvania. Investigators. University of Virginia. Active since 1997, 97, 79. Spouse, Richmond, Virginia. Okay, she went to the University of Virginia as well. Jeff Richmond and her, they were married in 2001. So 24-year marriage. They have 2 children. Okay, Tina Fey. Okay, Tina Fey. Again, thank you so much for clicking play, clicking watch, whatever, what have you on this live. Okay. Something about a young death. So someone's child could die, however that goes, for whatever reason. Okay. The name Derek, or something is direct. Okay. So again, fighting amongst themselves. You see how they have the same clothes on. Okay, so we're talking about a coven or a collection of men or women. Okay, they all dress the same. Okay, they all look the same. They could all do their hair the same. They could all, that sort of thing. Okay, on the other side of the conflict, we have, you should probably get an attorney. Okay, so someone here is needing an attorney. Okay, or you will be needing an attorney. Okay. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. That is correct. Forgiveness is for you so that you can move on. Okay. Forgiveness is not for the other individual who needs to be forgiven. It's for you. Okay. Investigators, there's something about a murder spree currently going on. Obviously, there are plenty of those around the world. Okay. Murder sprees. Okay. All right. So forgiveness is for you, collective. Forgiveness is for you, investigators, because you have private lives too. Okay. That is on one side of the Eight of Wands for communication. So you might need to let someone know that you forgave them. Someone might need to let you know that they forgave you, or what, however it goes. Okay. On the other side, we have a genuine offer. Okay. And that's what forgiveness allows. Forgiveness allows opportunity for relationship. In some cases, it allows for relationship to continue. Forgiveness. Okay. And in some cases, it's just the lock on the door. Okay. It's just the lock on the door to keep them out. We have the name Daniel, Danielle, Daniela. Okay. Danny, Dan. Okay. Chiropractor, therapist. Okay. Someone stuck in the matrix. There are millions of those, billion, quadrillion of those. So 7777 again for perseverance. Okay. This card says, there's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right next step is. Okay. So some of you are wondering, what do I do next? Where do I go? How do I go about this? What I need to move? Where do I go? Okay. Go within, sit in silence, meditate, and your ancestors and divine source will reveal it to you as to what you need to do. Okay. We have the Bilderberg Group Secret Society. Bilderberg Group Secret Society. That is a group of individuals that meets once a year behind closed doors. Look it up. Bilderberg Group. Look it up. Okay. These are the 1% of the 1%ers. Okay. These are the Elon Musks that meet in that Bilderberg Group. Okay. That level of elite society, whatever status, however you want to word that. Okay. All right. So that is it for the cards that we have pulled. We're going to go ahead and pull some randoms. Then we're going to go ahead and close it out with some Karmic Tarot. And yeah, okay. Again, on the top of the deck right there, we have credit cards. Okay. So something about a credit card, something about credit cards, something about yeah. Okay. A debit card. Okay. A bank card, however that goes. Someone could be using your social security number. Okay. Pull some randoms. A Spanish, Latin. Okay. Spanish, Latin speaker. Someone who is from a Spanish country, or someone who recognizes themselves this lifetime as Spanish or Latin. Check out the names investigators. Okay. So we have Claudia, Cynthia, Karina, and Clarence. Okay. As it resonates. Okay. So any of these individuals could be a Spanish speaker. Okay. New Jersey, New York. How many boroughs are in New York? 5 boroughs. I don't know. How many ever boroughs are around New York City? Whatever that is. Okay. Something about a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. A water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. Okay. Tisha. Okay. Next. You will be interviewed by reporters. Okay. Collective investigators. You will be interviewed by reporters. Monica, Barbara, okay, Monet. Any of those names could be significant for you. Okay, and there's something about an Asian country. The Philippines is an Asian country. Okay. Next, I'm looking at the name Scott. First name, middle name, last name, Scott. Okay. Again, we have racial issues. Okay. So someone's definitely a racist. Definitely a racist who's a part of this reading. Someone's definitely a racist. An extremist, a white supremacist, any of that. Okay. All right. They're the type of individual that would walk into a church, okay, and start shooting. They're the type of individual that would walk into an abortion clinic and start shooting. They're the type of individual who, yeah, okay, investigators, yeah, okay. There's a celebrity doing witchcraft, okay? So a celebrity could be anyone, okay? It could be the mayor, governor, police official, sheriff, deputy, okay? These are all types of celebrities. It doesn't have to be Jay-Z, okay? A celebrity. It doesn't have to be Taylor Swift, a celebrity, okay? It doesn't have to be Jennifer Lopez, a celebrity, okay? Local, national, worldwide, however it goes, there's some type of celebrity. They could be a celebrity in their town. They could be a real estate agent, okay? They could be a CPA. They could be an attorney. They could be any, right? Those are local celebrities, okay? Depending on, again, how well their business do, how well things are going for them, they could be a local celebrity doing witchcraft on someone. Hello, it's me, love. How you doing? I am not a Freemason, not even remotely close. Okay, I am not even associated with any secret society like that whatsoever. Okay, I was born on the 333rd day of the year. Okay, I am also a master builder 33. I function alone. I walk alone. I spend days without communicating with anyone. Okay, I am not involved in any type of secret society whatsoever. Thanks for asking. All right. So there's something about your solar plexus protection. That is confidence. That is your self-esteem. That is located right here. Okay. And it is gold and yellow in color. Okay. Gold and yellow in color. Okay. Also, you see these colors up here? These resonate with different chakras. Okay. Also, sexual assaults at a church, investigators. Yep, we know. They're taking them down one by one. One by one. Okay. William Lance. I was looking at William Lance, Timothy, and someone's playing fake shy. Okay. Until they get you behind closed doors, collective. Someone's playing fake shy. Investigators, someone's playing fake shy. So in the interrogation room, they're like, well, but then when you see them out in public, the motherfuckers act big, bad, and bold as shit. Okay? So someone's fake shy. Okay? That could be someone who's coming to you, collective, with the truth or bullshit. Again, you have intuition. Use it. Okay? Let's go ahead and get some karmic energy cards here. Divine, reveal to us the energy of the karmics, the fake shy, the Filipino, the whoever is a part of the crime spree, whatever that is. Okay, there's deception going on. Okay, deception. Okay, so what is deception? Okay, so as you see this, okay, this right here shows me right now it's talking about government. That's what I see here, government activity. Okay, so what the government shows you is not actually all of the truth. Again, that blonde-haired, blue-eyed European Yeshua, Jesus, as they call him, that's not their name. Their name is Issa, I-S-A. If you don't believe me, look it up. Okay, that's their first name. Yeshua, okay, is the second name. Look it up. Okay, deception. What they show you is not the truth. Again, we have fake shy. What they show you is not the truth of who they really truly are. Okay? What else for the karmics? What else about the karmics? What else about the karmics? What else about the karmics? Oh, Tina was born, she's 55, Tina Fey, born May 18th, 1970. May 18th, 1970, 51870. Okay, Tina Fey. Okay, so we have a three-headed monster here. So again, third eye, again, okay? So someone shows one face at work. So this is when they're with their employer at work, or when they are at their company if they are a business owner, okay? This is when they're with their family. This is when they are at church. This is when they go out. This is when they are in the interrogation room. You see that? Multiple faces, okay? Okay. And again, that's a confirmation on the fake shy, fake personality, fake whatever that is. Okay. Someone who does not know how to be themselves, someone who is not comfortable with being themselves. Okay. Someone who is not comfortable with being themselves. Okay. They could be in therapy, could need to see a therapist. Okay. They could be on medication. They could need to take medication, and they are not. Okay. The only time I've ever been summoned to court, I was the jury foreman for a murder case. A grandson murdered his grandmother for Social Security money because he was diagnosed bipolar, okay? And he would not take his medication, all right? And he murdered her. The neighbor across the street had the Ring camera, okay? And watched him go to the house, ring the doorbell. Once she wasn't there, he came back. Then after she was home, he came back on his bicycle, knocked on the door, picked up a rock from the yard, and walked into the house. And right behind closing that door, he hit her multiple times with that rock. Again, jury foreman, that case, Edgewater, Florida. His name is Patrick Campbell. Look up the case, Patrick Campbell. Okay. I was the jury foreman on that very first trial. It was a mistrial. I was the very first jury foreman for that case. Ultimately, he was convicted. Okay. Oh, we have the ghost. Okay. So someone could have ghosted you, or you need to ghost someone. Okay. One of my signature moves is ghosting a motherfucker. Once I decide that you are no longer good for me, I bounce. Okay. I don't leave warnings. I don't leave a note. I just leave. Okay. Because the individuals who come against you, okay, they know that they're dark. They know that they tried to poison you. They know that they tried to do something to your car. They know they tried to take out your child. They know they know. So why do we need to sit here and debate about this? You showed me who you are. Now I'm going to show you who I am. And just leave. Okay. Make like a tree and leave. Right. There we go. Okay. Karmics. What else about the karmics? Divine source, universe. What else about the karmics? It is currently raining now. Okay. It could be raining where you are. Okay. Again, Hurricane Melissa. Okay. In the Atlantic, Typhoon 24 in the China Sea. Okay. Okay, I think this is it for the, okay, well, maybe not. Okay, and makeup. Okay, so someone's trying to cover up something. They could be trying to cover up blemishes on their face. Someone's trying to cover something up. Makeup. Someone could be a makeup artist. Okay, someone could be part of cosmetology, nails, makeup, hair, skin. Okay, cosmetology. Okay, someone could have went to cosmetology school for something. Okay, they could post on Instagram. They could post on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok. Okay. The only social media platforms I have are the social media platforms I use to get the message out. Those are the only platforms I have. So I have Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Those are the only 3 social media platforms that I am on. Okay. Something about gaslighting. Again, so be aware. Okay. Someone could be gaslighting you. Okay. If they are, again, Do your return to senders and do your energy work. Okay, a vomiting Cupid. So someone is love sick. Okay, or sick of love. Okay, Cupid. The gaslighter. The gaslighter who's trying to cover something up. Okay, who ghosted you. Okay, who was showing you one face and being another behind your back. Okay, so they could have been, let's say you're laying in bed, right? Or you're at the table, you're sitting on the couch, whatever, right? You sitting out, whatever, talking to them, okay? They are turning around and telling someone else what you told them, okay? A gaslighter, okay? They were trying to do this behind your back, okay? Also, obviously, that is deception there, okay? When someone is all these different personalities to all these different people, okay? No one really truly knows who they are. They don't even know who they truly are, right? Okay? So someone's sick because of the gaslighting that they've been doing to you, collective. Okay? Investigators, someone's sick because of the lies that they tell. Investigators, someone's sick because of the lies that they tell. Let's go ahead and get some closing tarot. We are at 48:42, 48:42. That's the minutes. It is currently 10:21 in Da Nang, Vietnam, 10:21. Closing tarot, closing tarot, closing tarot. We're going to take these, okay, that we pulled from the Karmic deck, and we have justice and death. Justice and death. It must happen, right? Okay, again, in order for something to thrive, something must die. In order for something to be reborn, something must die. Death, okay, and justice. All right, someone's name could be Justice. Poetic Justice, Janet Jackson, Tupac, Regina King. Let's look at the cast. There's one female in there. Yeah. Could be something about an overbite, someone who has an overbite. Cast of Poetic Justice. Okay. So we have Janet Jackson, Tupac Shakur. Janet's name in that movie was Justice. Tupac Shakur, whose name was Lucky. There's no such thing as luck. Regina King, whose name was Isha, or Aisha, however that goes. What's going on here with the internet? Okay. Joe Torre, whose name was Chicago. His nickname was Chicago. Chicago investigators. Joseph Torre. Maya Angelou, whose name was Aunt June. Jennifer Lewis, whose name was Ann. Yvette Wilson. Shout out to the spirit of Yvette Wilson. Okay. Who played Colette. Tara Farrell, who played Jessie. Okay. So, okay. So this is Tyra Farrell, okay? I'm going to show you a picture of Regina King, and I'm going to show you what I mean by an overbite, right? So look at her smile. Okay? Okay? So these two women have an overbite, have a bit of an overbite, okay? All right? So, could be something about that or something about someone's teeth, okay? I was thinking of, not Tyra Farrell, I was thinking of like Tasha Smith or something. I think her name is Tasha Smith, Tasha, okay? Shiva is here, so is Shakti, Shiva, Okay, someone could be Hindi and dawn. Dawn of a new day, dawn of a new time, dawn of a new cycle. Okay, we are a few days into Scorpion season. Okay, if you are a Scorpio, happy birthday to you. All right. So I think that's gonna go ahead and no, I said I was gonna yeah. Before we go, I said I was gonna use the cards for one more look into the stack, and then we'll go again. The next 7 days, we will be doing a live reading every day. Okay, I try not to say every morning because the majority of my listeners currently are in the U.S., of course, but obviously there are time zones, right? And there's a time difference there. So I'm using Central Time Zone in the United States as a reference point. Okay. All right. So we have on the death, we have Swilly, Charity, Sweeney, Sheila. Confirmation Bert. Hot damn. Okay. So something about buried evidence, investigators. Okay. It could be a death that is buried. It could be a death that is buried. Something about an exhumation that needs to happen. The judge needs to approve, or whoever approves. Who approves exhumations? I think a judge. I don't know. Okay. Whoever approves that, medical examiner. I don't know. Okay. Buried evidence, death, coming to, or associated with. These individuals could be the buried evidence. Okay. Something about Portuguese, the language. Okay. Next. On the gaslighting, we have Gage Cage Page. Gage Cage Page. The name Melinda could be significant. Gage Page Gage. Okay. Nicholas Cage. Let's look his information up. Nicholas, Nikki. Okay. Nicholas Cage. Okay. Nicholas Cage. On the other side of the gaslighting, something about someone's moon sign has come out here. Okay. Investigators, collective, something about someone's moon sign has come out here. All right. We looked up Terry Cruz's information the other day. Terry Cruz. Okay. It could be Terry, right? Terry J. Vaughn. We looked up her information recently. Aaron Rogers. Aaron McNamara. Okay, so the name McNamara is significant. McNamara investigators. McNamara. Nicolas Cage. Oh, speaking of, one of my favorite movies that Nicolas Cage has done is Ghost Rider. Okay, Nicolas Cage. Take a look at his birth date, names associated with him for synchronicity. Okay, Kimberly, check this out. Where's the? It's on the back. Okay, I saw it. I didn't say anything. Okay. So on the back of Terry, we have Kimberly. Okay, and his middle name is Kim. Okay, Nicholas Kim Coppola, born 1717 investigators 64, known as Nicolas Cage. Born in Long Beach, California. Long Beach in the house, LBC. Okay. All right. Patricia Arquette. Okay. Trisha Arquette. Married 1995 to 2001. Lisa Marie, I didn't know he was married to Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley, 2002 to 2004. Alice Kim. So there we go with another Kim. Alice Kim, 2004 to 2016. I wonder if Nicholas pays attention to the Kims in his life. Erica Koik, however, 2009 to 2009. It was an annulment. It was an annulment, 2019 to 2019. Rico Shibata, okay, married 2021. Okay, so Nick's had a lot of marriages, all right, and 3 children. Okay, his father is August. Okay, Francis Ford Coppola. Okay, family member. All right, Nicolas Cage. Again, Nick, Nikki, and Kimberly is significant at this time. We have Emmett Till, Emmett Smith, amalgamation. Some truth speaker, on this channel. Okay, amalgamate. Oh, and we have FBI on cover up. We have FBI on cover up in Washington D.C. Hello, you sorry asses. Hello. Okay, Washington D.C. FBI and a cover up. Murphy, Myers, Maldonado. Okay, or a name that starts with an M. Could be for someone's first and last name. Michael Myers. That's Eminem. Eminem. Okay. FBI, cover up, Washington, D.C. How much more plainer can you get? Okay. On the vomiting Cupid, we have the government is willing to kill you in order to silence you. Okay. Collective. Investigators, again, they took out Jessica Aber. She's a U.S. District Attorney who was murdered earlier this year. Okay, Christopher Asher Ray, the former FBI director, Christopher Asher Ray, knows the truth about Jessica Aber and what happened to her. He knows about the hit. Okay, talking about DC cover-ups. Okay, a vomiting Cupid, they are willing to kill you to silence you. Oh, yes, the fuck they are. Okay, yes, they are. Okay. This is why your protection is so important and your awareness. Okay? I said her name, Jessica Aber, and here comes a card. Hidden information about Jessica Aber. Hopefully at some point that is shared with the public and exposed. We have Croatia. Okay? On the ghosting, again, someone fled. Okay? Ghosting. Okay? A filter is required at this time. This could be a filter for your water. Okay? And don't drink the water in Vietnam out of the faucet. Okay? Don't forget to speak the truth, even if your voice shakes, investigators. Collective, don't forget to speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. Okay? Next, on the deception, we have Dorothy. I've seen this card recently a couple of times, and the name, well, not the card, the name, okay, in various ways. Dorothy, Dottie Peoples, okay, a gospel singer. Let's look up Dottie's information. How old is Dottie now? 70, 78, 77, something. Dottie Peoples. '75. Okay, so 75 investigators, 57, 1975, 1957. Dorothy, okay, Dot, okay, she's a gospel singer. Two of the songs that I like most from her are He's an On-Time God, okay? He's an on-time God, yes he is. And there's another one. I forget the other one. Okay, so Dottie Peoples. 8/12/1950. Dorothy Dottie Peoples. Okay, let's take a look at her, the names associated with her. Born in Dayton, Ohio. Gospel jazz singer. Active 1974 to present. 1974 investigators. Okay. Okay, yeah. Doesn't have anything on here about her personal life. Okay. But born Dayton, Ohio, August 8th, 1950. Okay. 75 to take. Dottie Peoples. All right. Deception there. Dorothy, and the other side is a vegan. Okay. So someone could resonate as a vegan or vegetarian. Someone could be moving into that. You could be encouraged to eat more along the lines of a vegan diet. Okay. In order to thin out your blood. Okay. So there could be something about blood clots. Okay. that someone's dealing with, okay? Gangrene, any of that, inflammation, any type of inflammation. One thing that you can do, and I always look to Gaia first. I never run to the doctor. Okay, I am a kidney transplant recipient. Okay, you see that scar right there? That scar, that scar right there. Okay, that scar is where a kidney, my third kidney, is right there. Okay, 7/7/17. I manifested that motherfucker. Okay, after 4.5 years of dialysis. Again, 7/7. Okay, me and divine source. Okay, so vegan, and that was caused by witchcraft, by the way. That was caused by witchcraft from a warlock. Okay, so vegan. What I was going to say is, I don't even take any anti-rejection meds. And if you want to know how significant or detrimental they say that can be, look up what happens when you do not take anti-rejection meds for an organ transplant. Look it up. I haven't taken anti-rejection meds, and it'll be 2 years soon. I have not taken any anti-rejection meds. None. None. Okay? Because I am a healer. And first of all, I heal myself. Then I heal, and I can heal others. But first is self. Okay? You can put turmeric in your water, okay, and drink turmeric as an anti-inflammatory treatment. Okay, you don't have to go to the doctor and take their aspirin and all their whatever Advil and all. You don't need to do all of that. Okay, those are manufactured drugs. Okay, doctors are legal drug dealers. Doctors are legal drug dealers. Nurses are legal drug dealers. The pharmacists at Walgreens, CVS, they are legal drug dealers. That's why they give you shit that has side effects. Okay? Negative side effects. That's why they give that stuff to you. Okay? That's on one side of the double-faced it, or triple-faced it, quadruple-faced it, and something about the serenity prayer. Okay? God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I can change, okay, and release the things that I cannot change, and to the intuition to know the difference. I don't know exactly how that goes verbatim, because again, that doesn't matter to me. Okay, it's the energy of it and the act of releasing what you cannot control. Serenity prayer. Okay. Lastly, we have justice. Hallelujah. Something about hip hop music. Okay, someone could have, we had celebrity doing spell work, because this could be a celebrity who's in hip hop music. So P. Diddy doing witchcraft, okay, or paying others to do witchcraft. Okay. Morgan, Melanie, Melissa, Malik, Hurricane Melissa. Hello. Okay. So Morgan, I think Hurricane Melissa is a category 5 or close to a category 5. Could be something about a 5, 5, May 5th, Taurus energy. Do we have Taurus? Did I say Taurus when we, at the beginning of the reading earlier? I think so. Taurus. Okay. So 5 is Vanessa Bryant, Kobe Bryant's wife. That's her birthday. She's the one individual that I know was born on 5/5. Okay, but okay, category 5, Melissa. Okay, any of these other names, investigators, Melanie, Morgan, Morgan Freeman, Malik. Okay. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, a light worker, a Gaia beacon. And we are on the first of 7 days in a row of going live. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. It is 106.50. Okay, that's a 6/6, 106.50 on the video timer. Current time is 10:39 in Da Nang, Vietnam. Thank you so much, as always, and be encouraged.